what school, are you in the process of looking for school to transfer to?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I want to transfer to East Coast.
We are in school? Okay. Well, so the most important thing about transferring, from my experience, you have to know about the school to make sure that you like it, because you're gonna be there for 2 years. You don't want to study at something you won't like. So you have to do a lot of research. I mean, moving across the country to the East Coast to study there is a really big decision. I would recommend you to look into it more carefully, because if you like Seattle and you like the environment and the culture here, the East Coast is very different. Also with the school, also take advantage of the international student office to ask them questions will help with your transferring process. They help me a lot in transferring, and they suggest me to go visit Seattle U. They suggest me to visit UW, all the schools around here that I can visit. So I went there and I talked to the Seattle U advisor for me for my transfer process, and I saw that Seattle U was a good fit. And then, the application is a little complicated. You also might need, you might need your advisor at South Help, so go talk to them. Maybe you want to plan maybe 6 months ahead, that's what I did. I did my OPT though. I don't know, you heard of that. So OPT is they allow you to work off campus for a year before transferring to another 4-year university. It's really helpful for your career later on. So if you're interested in that, you should talk to your advisor too. So I did my OPT and then I transferred to Seattle U, and I will be graduating in March next year. So yeah. I'm not good with alphabet.
Okay, so I just graduated last quarter from here. So this is my first quarter from Seattle U, and seriously, it's horrible.
Don't tell her that.
That's scary. I mean, I have to tell her that actually there's a really big difference between community college and the university. So you have to be prepared for that, in always in your mental,
Mentally and physically.
yeah,
Emotionally.
you have to try to how to say it, used to the new environment. You have to get used to you don't have friends there a lot, so especially that, so you feel really alone.
Oh,
You're not outside. You're not on campus.
And besides that, you have to participate in some clubs, so you can get more friends and you can get used to the new environment, get used to the new school. So I used to study alone in my library in my first week at the Seattle U, but now I have some friends to study with me, so it's really better. Yeah. And it does help you a lot in your class too, because if you have a study group, your grades increase a lot when you study alone. So that's my experience.
My name is Van. I guess I don't really know what else to cover. These guys talk a lot. I guess one thing I would suggest is when you consider transferring to schools, I would say apply to more than one school. I unfortunately only applied to SU and ended up getting accepted, so that was lucky. But I would say apply to more than one school, so you have options. If you don't get into one school, unless you know that there's several other schools that perhaps you might get some chances, and then take the TOEFL early. Don't wait until the last minute. Unless get started studying early, and then because how the TOEFL test fills up really fast, the spaces, so you should look into the days when you want to take it, and then start studying for it. Don't wait until okay, I'm gonna want to transfer next year's, and the application deadline is January, and I'm gonna take it December. So you kind of want to, because leading up to writing, applying for colleges is a lot of work, writing personal essay, touring campuses. It's a lot of work, and you don't want to wait for like something as important as the TOEFL to, until the last minute. So that's one, I guess, to advise. I don't know what else. Yeah, go to club. Not go to club, but like.
Yeah, that's definitely how we
Participate in student clubs, not clubbing. Participate in student clubs because I think it's a lot. It helps you a lot getting to know people. There's a lot of clubs, student clubs out there you can join. Like SU, for example, they have like Taiwanese student association, like Vietnamese student association, like anything you can imagine. Or if you want to be like something more specific towards your majors, like they have like investment clubs for finance major, they have international business club, they have ECIS marketing club, or I don't know what major you're.
What major are you?
I want to major in management.
Management? So
Oh yeah,
like
they don't
business?
have management club, but
They have like business club in general that you
Yeah.
look into, but you said you want to move to the East Coast. When are you graduating?
I hope this spring.
You hope this spring?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It's very soon, so,
so
you
you
should-
want to transfer in the fall then?
Yeah.
Then I would say probably look into schools in the East Coast and see if, I don't know where in the East Coast you're.
I want to go to Boston.
Boston.
Very
it's
nice.
tough.
It is very
Yes,
nice, but you have to
yeah.
do a lot of research.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's good.
I'm scared that I don't have enough volunteer work. Is that important?
You can start now. It's not late. You can, and I mean, if you join, are you in the international club here?
No.
I mean, it's not too late.
I mean, international program have a lot of volunteer activities, and you can join it. So, and I believe that Pitaka Kappa Club, they have a lot of volunteer, like food bank volunteer, and like some volunteer like to plant a trees in the last school, so you can go there. Yeah.
Have you looked into the application requirement yet?
Yeah, I looked a little bit.
A little bit. Maybe if you can bring it to the international office and then talk to advisor there to see what part of the requirement that you didn't qualify to and ask them if they can provide you with some opportunity to do it. But yeah, if you transferring next home, you should start doing it like now.
Because I think a lot of application deadlines for international students is January.
Yeah.
When
Do they
I
require
check-
TOEFL?
Yeah,
They do. Do you take the TOEFL?
I did, but I have to take again, and I register for it. But it will be in January.
Okay. Well, in my experience, I'm the one who waited to the last minute. I took the TOEFL 2 years before I applied for school. So you know how TOEFL expires after 2 years. I supposedly could take it again. But at the time when I applied for SU, I couldn't because I waited to the last minute. So yes, don't follow what I did. But lucky for me, Seattle they offer a TOEFL-based test on the school, which is cheaper. Like TOEFL test would be like $200, I think. Was it? Anyway, but the TOEFL CRU have is like $50. Okay, $40.
It's like inflation.
But then it's cheaper, and then from my experience, it's easier. So, but then the CRU TOEFL test only for CRU students. So you might look into for something similar because I know some university, they don't, some of them really weird, they don't accept TOEFL, they accept that specifically English test. So if you want to transfer to ESCO, you really have to be careful.